Marvel fans are busy spinning theory webs in the air after the trailer for the third Guardians of the Galaxy film dropped, because for the first time in the franchise, it showed us that Rocket the Raccoon actually does have a heart where an otter named Lila lives. Cute, right? So who's playing this new character and what does the internet say about her? Keep watching this video to find out. First off, is Lady Gaga behind Lila's character? That's it. That's the big theories fans have about Rocket's girlfriend, whom we see him hugging very happily in the movie. According to almost everyone in the Marvel fandom, the character's going to be played by the singing sensation whom we saw with Bradley Cooper in the super successful A Star is Born. Guess the chemistry factor between them checks out. But is it really Gaga, or are fans going Gaga over nothing? Let's check out what the director had to say to confirm. Here's what James Gunn said about Gaga's casting. Hold your horses, guys, because this one's not the best news if you're rooting for this casting. On Instagram, where he recently uploaded the trailer himself, fans asked him if Lila's actor's name starts and ends with Ga, and he said no. Oops, way to burst our bubble, dude. But isn't Marvel known to blatantly lie to its fans just for their own gotcha moment when they finally surprise them in the cinemas? Plus, strangely enough, while all major cast member names have been announced on IMDb, Lila is still not in them, raising our curiosity further as to who's behind the adorable otter whom Rocket lost his heart to. Cause, let's be honest, the kind of cynic the raccoon is, he won't fall for just anyone, will he? So the otter's probably a special lady. But then again, the question remains, can a raccoon fall in love with an otter, or is it naturally impossible? Back in 2015, when fans asked Gunn about Lila, he said that the character wasn't in the works yet, and also mentioned how silly he thought the whole idea of each species falling in love with the other was. But that was 7 years ago. So do you guys think his views have changed yet, or will he follow a different path for the character than the comics entirely? Let's talk about Lila's role to find out. In the trailer, we saw some very different themes than we're used to seeing in the Guardians films. They're still pretty immature and are still joking around for sure. But with that, we also saw glimpses of Rocket's backstory. So does this mean Lila isn't actually part of the present-day events but appears in his memories? If that's true, we think there are a lot of ways the story could shape up. Maybe Rocket's tortured and experimented on so much that the only escape he finds is with Lila, who's the light at the end of the tunnel for him. Another plot this could set up is how Lila's probably death, which makes us sad already, is the reason why Rocket's so angry and pissed off all the time, and why he doesn't trust anyone. The main theme of the film definitely seems pretty conclusive, mixed with tragedy and loss. Another loss within the team is the familiarity Star-Lord and Gamora had, thanks to the events of the Infinity Saga. Plus, Star-Lord himself says that they've been gone a long time, thanks to Thanos' snap. And let's not forget, Rocket was pretty lonely during this time. So does this mean Lila is just a cameo and not an actual full-time character, whom we'll get to see in the film? In the comics, she does die by lethal injection in Half-World, so that's obviously something that will happen in the film too. But if she and her story with Rocket is such a big part of the movie, does it mean he's the main protagonist in the film? Wait up. So is Volume 3 really about Rocket? In the same 2015 interview where Gunn shut down all Lila rumors, he also mentioned that he wasn't ready for Rocket to become sad and lonely yet. Again, 7 years ago and all, but that does hint that this time our favorite speaking raccoon won't be as chipper and happy as he always is. Who are we kidding? Has he ever even heard the word chipper? What we should be saying is that he won't be his usual aggressive self. Even the trailer shows a more serious Rocket to us than we're used to seeing. This means he's on a mission, and will probably be one of the leading characters taking us through the events of the movie. James Gunn has also mentioned how this film will serve as a great send-off for Rocket, so maybe showing us his roots and his love story is how he intends to end the character's journey. Previously, he's also talked about how this character's his absolute favorite one, and he'd love to give him a final journey that no one can forget, considering this is the final ride with the Guardians for James. Does it mean he's made Rocket the main focus because he's about to die? Oh god, is this Marvel or the tragic beginnings of an opera? Because we're sure we cannot take more of our favorite characters leaving Marvel. But despite that, this is another legacy movie in the MCU that we just can't wait for. And if it means we'll have to go through watching Rocket and his girlfriend lose each other, guess we'll just have to watch it, right? Next, who's playing Lila if not Gaga? Now back to our main topic. So whatever their story may be, there's obviously going to be someone playing Lila, even if it's for a short while, but if it isn't Lady Gaga, we're not sure who else to pick. We'll just say that whoever it is, we hope she can match Rocket's mood and wit with hers, because that'll be a relationship we'd love to watch. Moving on, here are some new faces in the Guardians universe. Aside from the lovely Otter, we have some other new characters joining the third volume of the movie too. One of them is Cosmo the space dog, whom we saw in a brief glimpse in the first Guardians movie, where he was trapped in the Collector's massive collection of artifacts. Wow, how long ago was that? Anyway, Cosmo is played by Maria Bakalova in the film. Then we have the legend himself, Sylvester Stallone, as Stakar Ogord, Yondu's previous boss, whom we saw in one of Volume 2's post-credit scenes. That scene also showed us some other characters, a few of whom we saw in the trailer too. These characters included Martin X, played by Michael Rosenbaum, Stakar's wife, Aletta Ogord, played by Michelle Yeoh, Charlie 27, by Ving Rhames, and Mainframe, who will be played by Miley Cyrus. Charlie 27 and Mainframe were the ones spotted in the new trailer. We'll also have Will Poulter as Adam Warlock, whom fans are still thinking of counting as an ally or an enemy to the Guardians. There's also Chukwudi Iwuji as the High Evolutionary, and Daniela Melchior in an unnamed role. Also, we have other rumored castings in Marvel, because as exciting as Marvel is, we gotta find escape somewhere else when this movie breaks our hearts, right? So let's check out all the other rumored signings and their roles, which we'll be seeing in the next phases of the MCU. Now, according to Emmett Kennedy on Twitter, some pretty big names have been apparently signed up for the upcoming movies and shows. These include John Boyega, Denzel Washington, Henry Cavill, Daisy Edgar Jones, Jodie Comer, John Krasinski, and Giancarlo Esposito. This was from September 2022, and since then, at least one of them has been confirmed for his role. Yep, we're talking about Krasinski, whom we're expecting to see as Reed Richards in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. Let's check out the others and what characters they'll be playing, shall we? First, let's pick Henry Cavill. The Superman, or actually ex-Superman thanks to Gunn himself, has been a popular casting choice now that he isn't associated with either of the two major franchises he was working with, The Witcher and Man of Steel. According to fans, he'd make a great Captain Britain. He's obviously very British, has already played a captain in one too many films, and can fit into any role you give him. They've also suggested Captain Britain, Magneto, Doctor Doom, Cyclops, Union Jack, Wonder Man, Odin, a younger one, Miracle Man, or Beta Ray. And the final theory is for him to play Beyonder, who will be the main cosmic entity that brings all Avengers to Battleworld in the comics. Up next, Denzel Washington. Now, we don't know about you, but fans all over the world are talking about him playing Magneto, and it's a pretty great idea. First off, Denzel does give that aloof, narcissistic vibe that Magneto has. He's also a pretty good actor. We don't need to give you any proof of that. Now for John Boyega, we have Hank McCoy, or Beast, a genius character who's always doubting himself. Beast is a character who needs no introduction, and will definitely require an actor to play him who can pull off his whole vibe. And who better than John Boyega to play this evil demon, who can be Daredevil's biggest nightmare? We're up for this casting, MCU. Make it happen. There's also Daisy Edgar Jones. The British actor can be a great fit for the next Fantastic Four movie, where she can play the main protagonist, Sue Storm. Honestly, Daisy's got the exact look for it. She can be fierce and is a great actor. Other possible characters for her include Kitty Pryde from the X-Men universe. Moving on, there's Jodie Comer. Now we know we just said Daisy's going to make a great Sue, but rumors are Jodie can be her too. But if she doesn't, she's got a great chase at playing Mystique too, thanks to her stint as Villanelle in Killing Eve. We know she can pull off a gray character pretty well. And who is grayer, or bluer actually, than Mystique? Finally, Giancarlo Esposito. The Breaking Bad character who literally broke our screens with his acting can be a great choice for Mephisto, the satanic villain of the MCU. Fans have also suggested Aubrey Plaza play the part, but from a comic point of view, the character's male. So if they do pick a guy to play it, Esposito can be the man. He can be mean, dangerous, and downright scary as an actor. So who better to play Marvel's Satan than Breaking Bad's very own Gus? And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Rocket and Lila's relationship in the next movie? Will it really be a flashback sequence? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.